Most this weekend?
Pitching, and we're going to get it done, and it's going to be a fun weekend.
In what capacity? I mean, in any capacity?
Yeah. Whenever I get the ball, I'll be ready to go.
What's changed for you from the first part of the year until the last half? Things got turned around.
Just growing from every outing. You learn a lot more from failure than success. You learn from both, obviously, but at the end of the day, you got to continue to work and stay to your process. And at times, getting kicked in the teeth, it makes you want to keep working. So does success. So you just got to take them both, learn from both of them. Use every outing as growth, and not wear it for the night or the day if it didn't go well, or even if it went well, you just got to flush it the next day. Learn from it, and then get to the next one.
What are some of the things that you have learned in your training here at LSU with Wes Johnson?
A lot.
So I know you were relatively new to pitching. You were pitching, I guess, your senior year of high school, but just wanted to know, what are some of the things that you had to key in on this year and learn?
It's a lot of sequencing stuff with my delivery, a lot of mental stuff. So, Coach Wes covers it all, doesn't leave a stone unturned, and so could be here all day talking about all the growth from when I got here to now.
Do you feel like you've reached a new level of confidence in the last several outings and how you've delivered and pitched in those games?
I've always been confident. I've always believed in myself. But, when you can continually own your process and do the work each week and, the result follows, it feels good. But I've always been confident when I take the ball.
What kind of carried you through? You talked about getting kicked in the teeth. What was helpful to you, during that process of learning, kind of refining?
All my boys in the clubhouse, they picked me up. Coach Jay, Coach Wes, had a lot of talks with them. We're just working through it, understanding it's a process, and this is what I love to do. This is what I've always loved to do. So, I'm just always going to keep going, and understand that if I'm relentless, I'll get to where I want to be.
In hindsight, was it technical or mental or both?
Yeah, just you never got the game figured out, so just working on both, growing every day.
Was there a transition from Pac-12 atmospheres and Pac-12 hitters to the SEC? Was that a transition?
Yeah, it's the best league in college, probably the best amateur. It is the best amateur baseball there is. So, and the atmospheres are pretty sweet. So it's been it's cool, but I've grown a lot from it.
What's the difference in the hitters that you saw in the league?
Just a lot of loud tools. You get at times in the Pac-12, I feel like when I changed speeds, I was able to get guys out. Here it feels like they don't miss their pitch, and you can still get guys out if you execute a plan. That's what Paul does so well. You look at the pure stuff; it just speaks for itself. But he's able to execute a plan and get hitters out, and it's pretty sweet to watch. When you know the plan and he's executing it to a T, and you see what happens week in and week out.
What are your thoughts on when you're handed the ball? Are you just thinking it's going to be an important situation, no matter if it's Friday, Sunday, or whenever?
Yeah, whenever I get the ball, I'm going in, I'm throwing with full conviction, and I'm looking to, if I got to pick someone up, or, I'm just looking to get it done for all the guys.
What is your relationship like with Paul? Can you think back to what it was like to first meet him?
Yeah, we've always been real tight. We clicked pretty early. We live together. We do a lot together. We hang out a lot, and it's been awesome. I'm super lucky that I've got to be around Paul. I love that guy, and I'm just trying to soak it all in with him, Dylan, and all the guys I know will be moving on, and this team in general. It's a special team. We love each other, so I'm just trying to soak it all in.
How did you feel physically after that last start? Or pitches that was a season high for you?
Yeah, I've recovered well. Biggest thing is sleep, a ton of water, and then just I got my process for recovery. I get to get my heart rate up, do my cardio, do my routine with my lifts and my mobility, and get my body back to center. So I'm feeling good.
What's different about the way you sequence pitches? Like you said, that's one of the things you have to tweak.
It's not as much sequencing. It's just about execution. Got to execute.
How important is all that strength and conditioning now that it's getting even hotter down here and you're trying to make it 7 innings or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, it's always been important. I feel like we have a great strength coach, Derek Rumor. He came in about halfway through the fall, and he's been great for all of us. getting ailments right, getting us stronger, and so a lot of props to him and our training staff, Josh Walker, Amanda Rothmeyer, that they've been awesome. So, and Coach West. So it's the real deal here with all that. They really take care of us. So we're feeling fresh.
It's kind of a basic question, but like you talked about how much you love baseball. Like, when was the moment you kind of realized this was like your path? Baseball was your love.
I started playing when I was 10. I lived in Arizona for a while. It was too hot. I had other interests. I was doing Legos and all that stuff just with my brother. But right when I started catching, I was like, I want to do this. There's something about baseball, and so I'd say 10 years old. As soon as I started playing, I'm like, I want to do this as long as I can.
Paul talked about how kind of the message for this team was that they wanted to win a ring for Dylan because he hasn't gotten to Omaha. Is that kind of the sentiment from this week?
Yeah, I mean, we all want to win, So, but yeah, absolutely. Dylan Cruz, you can't really say enough about what he does for the program and his leadership. And he's a pro, like I heard Paul say. So is Paul. So is Ty Floyd. Gavin Dugas is another guy. Cade Beloso. Those guys bleed, LSU. So we want to win it for all the guys, and we just want to do this as a team.
What kind of made your transition to LSU easy, or if it was, like, who were kind of the people that really helped you?
I would say my teammates, all my boys. I came in, I didn't know anyone here. I'd never been in the South, so I was coming in, who knows what was going to happen. And I just, after a week, I felt like I knew everyone. Been playing years with them, And my locker's right next to Dylan. He really took me and made me feel comfortable. He's, when you look at LSU, he's Dylan Cruz, comes up. So that was really cool. I really appreciated that. Getting to know Paul and all my roommates, and then Cade Beloso and Gavin Dugas. What they've done for the team in terms of leadership is really special, and they're just outstanding humans. And those guys really helped me fit in and took a lot of us under their wing.
Jay told us this story about you the other day, that you actually came to a camp in Arizona with your friend, and Jay didn't realize that the two of you didn't want to commit to the same school. Can you maybe tell us your side of that story and how you met Jay?
Yeah, so I was watching U of A, and this time, I got maybe 8th grade or whatever it was, and I was watching their catcher, is Cesar Salazar. I think he's in the big leagues now, and I wanted to catch like him, and so get to high school, start playing, and I get to start talking to him. I'm like, I've always wanted to go to Arizona. This has been a dream, and so went to the camp. Had a bad camp when I was catching. I couldn't hit, and then that whole thing went down. So I got beat out. We'll move on, but super glad it worked out. Pretty awesome. I still get to play for Coach Jay.
Jay said he could tell that you were a pitcher. But it seemed like he identified that before you did. When was the moment that you realized that pitching was your future?
It was the COVID, that time where no one was doing anything, and so my brother's a pitcher, and he plays D1, and so I've always caught him, and I was playing catch with him, and I would get on the mound every now and then, just try to throw hard, and so I was working out with him, and I just always loved the process of it, the starter routine or both, the routine of pitching, and so that's what maybe fell in love with it. And then the pitching's very confrontational, it's very one-on-one, and I really like that. I wasn't getting that as much from catching, but I do miss catching for sure.
Is Paul a bad roommate? I feel like he'll eat your food.
No, he's we go out to eat a lot. That's the best, going out to eat with all the boys. So there hasn't been an incident where he's eating my food. It's pretty neat, so I can't complain.
Does he get up too early for you, or does he get up early?
We get up around the same time. He's not 4 a.m., kicking the sheets, but we'll get up early.
Do y'all have a favorite spot?
We get steaks before the weekend series. Go to Texas Roadhouse or Outback. Get a steak.
What have you seen out of Ty Floyd this year as one of your teammates in that room and the way he's pitched?
He's just got elite stuff. I love watching him throw. His delivery is outstanding, and he's mentally tough. He's kept going. He's had rough starts early in the year. Not go his way maybe, and then he continued to battle, and you just see he attacks the strike zone. He has elite stuff, and I love that guy, and I'm just happy for him to see the success, and we all know that's there.
Any more? Thanks, Thatcher.
Thank you.